Well, y'all, I think I'm going to have to rethink my relationship with leaves. Remember last fall, early spring, I was having a tantrum about all these leaves from all of these trees. I could never get them all up. In fact, this is part of them that was supposed to have been burnt, but they issued a burn ban, and so they were just here. And then I threw those 5 watermelon seeds into it. And these 5 watermelon seeds have outperformed every other watermelon that I've planted. Every one of them. And they're even flowering. Look. But anyway, I think this year I'm not going to fight the leaves anymore, because I also noticed something else. I have been dealing with my fence for about 3 days because I don't know why. I think because of the weeds on the fence. That's why, honestly. So of course I hadn't cut down all the grass and crap that was growing around my fence. Look, so I had to come out here and spend almost a whole entire day cutting these weeds and stuff down. And then I just got the fence back up today because of course the battery drained, and I think anyway, I ain't gonna get into all that, but this is what this was looking like. Now the problem that I had with weed whacking over here is I ran this fishing wire, which you can barely see, to keep the smaller animals from coming under the fence. So I kept getting it caught in the daggone weed whacker. But come down here, all these leaves, this area here where these leaves were at, not a piece of weed was growing through it. And there's more on the other side over there. So guess what, y'all? When those leaves fall this year, they're going right underneath of this fence line, all the way around the entire property. So now, me and leaves are best buds. I won't fight them anymore. I'm going to use them to my advantage. But I'm going to show you the watermelons that I started long before these. Let me see. I want to say these were started maybe in May, because the grandbabies was out for spring break, or maybe it was April or May, whenever they had spring break. That's when we raked up these leaves. And it was sometime later, because I got tired of looking at these leaves, it was sometime later that I just threw those 5 seeds in there, because I was really hoping to be able to burn this. I was going to drag it over to the fire pit and burn it, but it never happened. But let me show you some watermelon that I started. Oh, let me get you another good look at these watermelon. That's 5 watermelon plants in there. Here's one. And then there's 4 more over there. But watch this. The one in the greenhouse, I know for a fact I started that one on March 1st in the greenhouse. And wait till you see what that one looks like. Oh, I forgot I didn't come this way. Okay, hold up. That's what happens when you have too many doors to come out. You forget which door you came out of. Okay, so, let me show you this one over here. Even this one that I did not plant is coming up on its own. And I think it's a moon and stars because the leaves are yellow. Look how nice and healthy that plant looks. Just came up on its own. And there's some more over there that came up on their own. Looks similar to that. Let me show you, this one in the greenhouse has really just started to take off in the last week. It's my experimental watermelon, Worst watermelon. Okay, so it's pretty long, but it was started March 1st. Look at that. One little flower. That's it. since March 1st. Needs to be watered. I'll get it today. But show you another one that I have in the ground that was also started March 1st. It's weird. Last year, this time, I have video of my yard being full of watermelon. And, uh-oh, got a plant down, a tree down. I got a new tree, y'all. I'll come back to that. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I gotta stay focused. So, see, gotta stay focused. I done forgot what I was saying. Oh, the other watermelon that I started March 1st in the greenhouse, but it's in the ground. Now, I have put all kind of amendments in this soil, all kind of fertilizers. I water this thing twice a day, most days. And look, it at least gets watered once a day. That's all I got. This is a Watermelon Wars contender, if I can get the thing to grow. But it is growing. But look how small it is. I don't know what's going on. Look, you can see my little goat poo in there. I got good fertilizer in there. But that's all I got. So, is it because the roots are not as compacted in those leaves? Is that why that's doing so well? But then again, I don't know, because this watermelon here is in the same soil as that little one over there, and it's bigger than that one. So I don't know. There's a method to this madness, but I have not figured it out, and I don't know what it is. Look at my pepper plant, y'all. I don't know what kind of pepper. Oh, this is the one that I cross-pollinated Carolina Reaper with a lemon drop. So I was hoping to get a yellow pepper, long like the lemon drop, but hot like the Reaper. And this is the third growing of it. And I had actually threw this thing out, or I thought it died. I put it over there with my flower pot stash, and it started growing. So you see, most of them do still look like the lemon drop as far as the shape and stuff. But look in here. Oh, I don't want to break it, so let me stand up. So here, I'm getting the characteristics of the Reaper with the bumpy, and it's kind of fat, still long like the lemon drop, and I'm hoping that it's going to be yellow. So they're all doing something different, so I'm going to have to find the one that's most like what I want, and that's the ones I'll take seeds from. But this one is pulling more of a Reaper. Look how round that is. That's when I was doing my mad scientist stuff, y'all. I don't have the patience for it anymore. I have too much stuff out here now. But anyway, y'all know that one of my owaries died back, as well as my 10 degree. And so I was going to replace both of them. But I remember I have 2 owaries, so why do I need another owari? And the 10 degree, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in that, because that thing was over 3 years old and it still died. It had a nice little stalk on it. I mean, not a stalk, nice little trunk on it. So I went with something different since I have a greenhouse. And so yesterday, this pretty boy right here was delivered to me. And from Madison, of course. And it is the Sunburst Tangerine. Date of birth 12/1/25. And again, it's from Madison. And so I'm going to go today and find a pot to put it in. And that's going to be the newest member of the citrus family. And of course, it'll stay in the greenhouse. I'm kind of tired of babying all these cold, hardy, supposed, alleged citrus trees. So I'm to the point now that if they make it, they make it. And if they don't, I'm not going to replace them, because I probably lost maybe about 6 cold, hardy citrus since I've started this little journey of mine. And first I was just replacing them like a lunatic, but I'm not going to replace them anymore. I'm just going to get something different. But I still have approximately, let's see, I think I've got not counting the 942s or the Seville bitter oranges, I think I still have about 5 or 6 cold hardy trees, and not counting the ones I started from seed either. I have about 5 or 6 cold hardy trees still in the ground. So I still have the ruby red. I have the Owari. I have 2 Owaris still in the ground. And I have Sugar Bell and brown. Is it the Brown Select, or did the Brown Select come back as a rootstock? I think I have the Brown Select still. And I have the Mawa Kumquat still in the ground. So yeah, that's about 6 that are still in the ground that are supposed to be cold hardy. All right, I have work to do, so I am going to get to it. I have company coming for the weekend, so I have to force myself back into the house. Man, that smoke is something. I have to force myself back into. Look at that smoke. I need to burn some sulfur. Why? So windy. All right, guys. Oh, look at this. These ruby reds are getting really big. They're growing fast. I need to water them today too. Man, they're getting big fast.